welcome to this week's episode of Cherish, Live, and Dream. I'm your host, YaYa.
And I am your host, Jai.
And we are your hope dealers. So listen, everybody, today is going to be absolutely bananas and fun. We have oh my gosh, she is our everything, Camilla Moore. She is here with us today, and we just want to thank her for joining us. Hello, Camilla.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Girl, that jewelry is everything, girl.
Oh, thank you. You know, this is just one of my signature pieces. You know,
yes,
my everything stuff, everything. You can wear it with jeans, with dresses, wear them to go to church, shopping, just, you know, around the house.
Yes.
Something slight.
Yes.
Sound like a little all-purpose.
Yes. Well, listen, without further ado, we're going to get into this. So, Camilla, you are the business owner and creative director of Create More Life. And guys, I love the spin on that name because her last name's Moore. Wasn't that creative?
That's
yes.
Very creative.
Where you design jewelry and sell jewelry, and you are a branding guru for businesses, as well as a motivational speaker. Not only that, you are a marketing director for a publishing company. So congratulations on all your success, boo.
Thank you. Thank you.
So listen, please reflect and share with the audience the moment you knew that entrepreneurship was or is your portion.
Oh boy. So when I think about that, it goes all the way back. I don't want to say it goes all the way back from probably when I was maybe in the 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
When I started doing my own hair. So I probably started doing my own hair around about 5th grade. As I got older, I would have family members who would come say, hey, you know, can you do this to my hair? Can you do that to my hair? And I would charge them. Not a lot, you know, and not at the time.
Yes. In the 5th grade.
Yep. So when I was in the 5th grade, I remember being in middle school, and I used to always sit at my desk with a pair of scissors. And when my bang got a certain length over my eyebrows, I would always just sit and cut it. I've gotten my scissors taken away a lot because I guess the teacher thought I wasn't paying attention. But I was listening. I just had to make sure that my bangs was right.
Yes, girl, bangs.
I used to cut some of my friends' bangs while, you know, when I was in middle school.
Yes, bangs matter. Bangs matter.
Now it goes all the way back to then. It's like, oh, I can make money doing this. So I started, you know, doing it as I got older. I was doing hair. And then I went off to cosmetology school, doing hair then. So I would say it started really, really early for me. Okay. But I didn't start walking into it until probably when I got older, maybe in my late 20s, early 20s maybe. I went to here in Raleigh, we have the African American Culture Festival. Mm-hmm. And I went to it. You know, I've always been creative. I've always been a tinker. So I went to the event, and I was able to see other people that looked like me making things and creating things, and they were selling it. And I'm like, then I just knew like I could do this too. So then I started, you know, messing with earrings, making it for myself. And you know what? Yeah. You know,
I have a few of your earrings. I still wear them, girl.
You and my sister was the reason that I really started like trying to figure out how I can make earrings, because, you know, at the job where you guys had at the time, y'all were more like brown, black, gray. Those were the colors that you were into. And so I wanted to give you guys something that kind of like that matches your personality. So I started making earrings for you and her. Now that I think about it, it's
remember. I still have them. And I still wear them.
Are hers colorful?
They are.
Yeah. And they were different too. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I started. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That is good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your greatest accomplishments in your entrepreneur journey so far?
Not giving up.
Girl. Okay. That give up spirit beyond you, don't it? Be on your heavy.
Yeah, as an entrepreneur, you're really stepping out on faith, and sometimes it gets really, really scary. So you just have to continue. I just have to continue to keep going, and to know that God wouldn't have given me these gifts to just sit on them. Right. So that's one of the biggest things. I always, every morning I wake up like, Lord, what you want me to do with my gifts today? So I guess the biggest accomplishment I would say is me not giving up and me striving to keep pushing every day. Now, one of the goals that I had set maybe last year that I was able to do, and my daughter was able to witness, is when I went out and I bought a car. Oh, wow. So I worked really hard for 2 months. From November to December. Well, I said roughly 3 months because I got the car in January. So she was able to watch me grind every day. I was like, okay, you got some packages to ship out. So she was packaging up like my orders and everything. And we was kind of doing it together. And she was able to see me save my money, work. And then I was able to go and get a car off a car lot. Doing that's something that I've never done before. All my cars have been from like somebody's yard.
But you were driving though. You were driving. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So being able to buy a car off the car lot was like really, really, really big. So I would say, if I had to choose a moment where I had accomplished something that was big for me, I would say being able to go and getting a car from the car lot, and her being able to like walk that journey with me and see that, anything is possible if you just put your mind to it.
That's awesome.
So, Mill, you remember that time? I don't know what we were talking about. It might have been that time you and Santana, that time I had y'all up with me all night trying to figure out Zoom. We first tried to get into this kind of space for interviewing. And girl, you was like, I'll be glad when I can get this headset off my head.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So, is the headset off your head, girl?
Yes, it is.
Hallelujah. Girl, tell us about that headset journey. The entrepreneurs need to know.
Oh my gosh. I forgot all about that.
Girl, I did, because that was an inspiration for me. You just never know, like, just like when you do your lives, they're so inspiring. And so little nuggets you drop, to you, you're just sitting up there talking or whatever. And, it's probably your purpose to go up there and just, make sure people know about your product or the things that you're doing. But you really say some things that hit home. And girl, that night when you said, girl, I'm just trying to get this headset off my head.
I hear about this headset.
Yes.
So, listen, I could get a job. Let me tell you, I could. that's nothing. I know that a easy way out for me is going to work at a call center. It's something that I've done for years. I've worked at some amazing call centers. I've worked at some trash call centers. But I knew it was something I had to do to get to like my next level. I always thought, okay, God, why am I here? Like, just why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Because I know this is not my destination. Like, this is just, I might be stopping to get gas. I might be stopping to get snacks. Like, why am I here? So I always know, like, there's nothing wrong with working at a 9-to-5. There's nothing wrong with working at a call center. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But what I'm saying is I know that that's not what God has for my end goal.
Same here.
So I've always got to a point where, okay, I go through training, meet people. I was able to network. I'm going to work this. If I can use their computer to print some stuff for my business, I'm going to use it. Like, whatever resources, what resources do they have that helps me build my business?
While I'm here.
Right. So I've always try to look at it in a positive way. But I just know, like, being yelled at, being cursed out, that's not what I deserve. I don't deserve to be treated that way.
No, not at all.
So, I worked at many call centers before. But at the time, I just knew when I remember saying that at the time, I just knew that, okay, what is it that I need to learn so I can get away from here? Like, because, God takes us in cycles. We go in cycles. There's something that we need to learn. There's something that we need to pick up on. There may be somebody that we're supposed to meet that we keep missing because either we're late for work, we called out, or something keeps happening where we're missing the mark. So I'm like, okay, God, I'm here every day. I'm showing up. I'm staying late. I'm working extra hours. What is it? What am I missing? So, and I just stayed and I stayed and I stayed. And I remember that night that we was helping you, and I had my headset on because I was working. At that time, I think I might have been working from home.
Yeah, you were.
So even working from home, I hated it. So I knew that just wasn't for me. So I just was just ready. I was just ready. God, what do you need me to do? And you know what? I stayed consistent. I showed up every day. And then the pandemic came. And to be honest, I was ready to go back to work. And it's like, okay, I know I prayed for this, but you ain't had to do it that way. So the job was taken away. I mean, we were displaced from our jobs. And I said, okay, I get it. Now is my time. And so they did have positions when, everything was starting to go back to, people was going back to work. I said, I'm just going to jump out on faith and I'm just going to go full throttle in my business. And that's what I did. And I haven't looked back.
All right.
Do I think about applying? Yes. Do I think about taking the easy way out? Yes, I do. But I know, like, if I do that, then there is something that I have to go through now. If I went back and took the easy way out, I would never get to the point where God wants me to be. That's so right. Now it's good. Like, okay, you have exactly what you prayed for. You have the people around you. Maybe 2014, I sat down and wrote, okay, this is the type of job I want. I want to be around people. I don't want to have to clock in because it was something about me being put in a box that I just couldn't get with. Me having to go to sleep at a certain time because I got to get up and go to work the next morning. Me having to say no to my kids. I can't do this because mommy's got to go to work. I can't go to your game because I got to be at work. To me, not saying that there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying for me, it was like, I feel like I'm put in a box and I wasn't created to be in a box. So I prayed. I said, Lord, I just need this type of job where I don't even know what you call it. I don't even know what the job title is, but I know that I want to be around people that I can learn from. I want to be around people that I can teach something to. I wrote out a list of all these type of people that I want to be able to be around, the type of work that I was doing. I was creating something. I didn't know what, but I just knew that, okay, I know I'm supposed to be creating something. At the time, I was creating jewelry, but I'm like, okay, there's something more that I need to be doing. So I just wrote out this list of stuff that I knew that I was supposed to be doing, didn't know what to call it. And then all of the stuff started happening in 2018. I started meeting people, talking to people. Something happened where, I don't know, I just woke up and I'm like, okay, I need to be talking to people. And so everywhere I go, I'm passing out my cards. Everywhere I go, I'm complimenting women on oh, I like your hair. Oh, I like your earrings. I'm saying something to them. passing out my cards. And it's not just to share my business, it's just to share an experience. Like, you never know what somebody is going through. So I always try to like smile when I'm passing people, say good morning. You never know what good morning does to somebody.
That's so true.
So I always try to like just start with good morning or hey, how you doing? Or even holding the door for somebody.
Yeah. You sound a lot like me. I do that. I have contact with people when I walk past them. I say good morning. And then some people, you know, they're not receptive of it. Maybe they're thinking like, oh, she's too nice. But no, I mean, that's just me. I just say good morning.
How dare you be courteous?
I know. How dare you hold the door open for somebody.
My God, that's just a horrible thing to do in these days and times, to be nice and friendly and have compassion.
Yeah.
My gosh. Listen, Mill, so as far as we talked about your accomplishments, let's talk about the L's. You know, people, when we think about L's, we think about, you know, the L standing for losing, but really for entrepreneurs, it's a learning experience. So considering all your L's, what was the hardest lesson learned and what was your takeaway? Putting
people on a pedestal.
My God. Girl, we get ready to give you the microphone. Well, you do have a microphone. But we're going to give you a podium with it.
Putting people on a pedestal. Seeing people higher than you see God.
Oh.
Don't do that. And I had to learn it because I had someone up there. It's like when they stepped in the room, it's like, oh my God. Like, you know, so I'm gonna just tell you the story.
Girl, I love the story.
Come on. So there was someone.
No, don't give us the names now. Don't give us the names. You can tell us that offline.
I mean, you know, it's something that I recently healed from. So, you know, so there was someone who I admired so much. And it was kind of like the beginning stage of me making accessories, right? So I seen this person, they inspired me. The way they carried themselves was just like, oh my God, I want to be like her when I grow up. And even they were so classy, they still wasn't afraid to say the truth or speak their mind they had tact about it somewhat. But I just thought, and they were saved and sanctified. Okay. So
filled with the Holy Ghost.
Being saved and sanctified at the time for me, and seeing someone like that, and seeing how classy they were, you know, the way they wore their clothes, it was inspiring. It was really, really inspiring, like to a little country girl like myself. I approached this person because I saw me making accessories for this person. I approached this person and at the time I had on some square-like earrings maybe, but I knew that wasn't their style. Right. So I had already seen the type of earrings that I was going to make for them. I approached them and was, you know, let them know, hey, I would love to make earrings for you, this and that, or whatever. They ended up looking at me and saying, oh, I can't walk around with big blocks on the side of my head. I only wear diamonds, hoops, and pearls.
Oh my God.
Y'all, that tore me up on the inside to the point where I stopped making jewelry for a while.
No, that goes to show you can't just say stuff out your mouth.
At the time, I asked my sister, and she was like, do you want to go back in there? Like,
no, she didn't just say she is. She put her pants on just like you.
And I was like, no, you know what? If I could take a note from her, somebody who I had up there, like, I could take a note from anybody. So it hurt I had to continue to pray because whenever I seen this person, I didn't want to have like ill will feelings, because I felt like at the moment God used them to show me like you can't be putting people up there. Like you can't.
That was good.
You can't be doing that. So get yourself together
and make them earrings, boo.
Right. But it hurt for a while. And I just recently, maybe a few years ago, gotten to a point where when I talk about it, it didn't make me like emotional. So I would say definitely like, everybody could be brought down to their knees. Everybody could struggle. Everybody can have a breaking point. But I think I just held this person up so high that it really taught me to like, no, don't put nobody higher than God. Like you don't need this person to get you to the next level. Right. So just continue to like know your gifts, know where they're from. And that's all that I needed to continue to do is just keep moving forward. I think, we get a lot of no's as an entrepreneur. That's really anybody. But I know as entrepreneurs, we get a lot of no's. And they hurt sometimes. But I'm thankful that I was able to go through that. So now they don't hurt as much. They're just like, oh, okay, I'm not for everybody and I'm okay with that.
That's right. So have you thought about is there a way that you can like mail this person something, like whatever you saw in this person and just mail it to them and put your card in there?
Oh, girl, I don't know. See that.
That's good.
Makes me feel like I'm being petty.
No. Because what she did was she just looked at you and just looked at your earrings as if you were saying that, these are the earrings these are the only earrings that I make. And that's not true. I mean, even when you look at bags, you can look at purses and you have like the small ones, you have the bigger ones, you have the little backpacks or whatever. So everything has like a certain place or, something different for someone. So I don't know. I don't think it would be petty. I think it would be more so like, you turned me down because you thought that the earrings I had on were the earrings that I said were fitting for you. But these are the earrings that I thought, would be fitting for you. Because she hasn't seen all your work. Like she has no clue on who you are and what your gift is. But I don't know. It just dropped in my spirit when you were speaking. And that's just what I heard.
I could possibly pray about that.
Pray about that.
She probably don't even remember that. You know what I mean?
She probably don't. And when she see those earrings, she probably like, oh my God, these are beautiful. Because see, people don't realize that when you have like these big designers, sometimes people have access to that one design. But when you have someone in particular that makes something specially for you, that's unique, that's classic, and no one else can mimic or copy that. And so you could make jewelry just for her and nobody else will have it because you're making it for her or whoever else that person might be. So that's just what I see and what I hear. Like if I had someone that could personally make jewelry that fits me and who I am, I wouldn't have to worry about nobody going to Belk. And we don't own the rights to Belk, by the way.
I'm here.
But everybody can go to Belk and they can get those red and gold earrings. Because Belk has a plethora of them. But when Camille makes your jewelry, Camille is making the jewelry especially for you, and there'll be no copies because they'll be unique and classic. I mean, I'm just saying, so just pray about that.
Yeah,
Camilla the jeweler.
Yeah.
Jeweler. Lord, let me get my words together.
Yes. But that's what came to me as you were talking about her, and not necessarily having to prove a point to her, but just letting her know that she shouldn't like cut her blessings off, or she shouldn't just look at someone and automatically think, oh, I don't want anything like that. So she just didn't. She didn't know any better. She didn't know who you are and who you belong to.
She let the devil use her.
She did.
At the church house. The Lord said when he come back, he start with the folks in the church. But anyway, that's a whole nother show and different platform.
Yes.
But it's just interesting. how we give a person so much power. And I'm certainly sure that she probably don't even know you gave her that power. She just said her piece and went on by her business. But it's just amazing how we let people or the no's or what society thinks or what people think hold us back. But the thing that I like about you, Mill, is now I know you said you had a season where you did allow that, but girl, now you just be like, you know what? I'm out here in these streets and I'm about to do the doggone thing. And so that is very inspirational. And so just so the people in the back can hear and know, I don't know if you want to share the place or whatever, but where is your jewelry now, boo?
So there's a store in Triangle Town Center Mall.
Okay.
Yes, we know that mall.
The name of the name of the store is called Sedona Ray.
Okay.
It is, if you know where the pretzel stand, Annie's Pretzel is right beside Annie's Pretzel. So, yeah. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is just the first of many until I have my own. So yeah, I am really excited about this new journey. It's something that I wrote down on my vision board. So it's really, really good to see, like, when you write stuff down and it happens. Look at me, I always got a pen in the paper.
That's right. Write it down and make it plain. That's the word.
Yeah. When you write stuff down and stuff happens, it's just like, it's a really amazing feeling.
And we'll create more life, guys and girls. We're not just talking about her designing jewelry. She's got some other things going on under that brand. So what are they?
So I make workbooks, journals, bookmarks, anything. So I help authors, entrepreneurs, women, whoever complete the look, whether it's the look of their outfits by my accessories or whether it's the look of their brand. So I create workbooks, bookmarks, thank you cards, banners, like you guys have the video before you come on. I create stuff like that, like just anything to help you present your look. I help you complete that look. I've also started doing events, but these are my events.
Yes.
That I create. My first one is this Saturday. It's called the Vision Hour, where me and a small group of people will be able to create vision boards. We're going to have food. We're going to be able to talk, and everybody will be able to pour into each other and be able to be poured into. Nice. I like small, intimate events because it gives everybody an opportunity to be heard and seen. So yeah. And those are just a few things right now.
Sounds great.
Yes, we know that you are going to be, and will continue, let me change that verbiage, fabulous, because you are everything that the word creative is. And I know oh so well about being in that box where you feel like you're suffocating, where you feel like if you have to go into another 9 to 5 one more day, you might punch somebody in the face. Well, you might not be as violent as I am or used to be, because I found Jesus. People.
It's still down in there. It's dormant, but it will rise.
So it would not surprise me. The next day or two. I'm speeding up your future. That you come up with something fabulous that the people could really use and need. And the one thing that I see in you or like about you is that you look to see, and this is like entrepreneurship 101, you look to see what the need is, and then you try to see what you can do to meet that need. And you're always doing that. And so, girl, this has nothing to do with nothing, but I'm just being nosy. So with all of this, girl, how do you find time for Mr. Moore?
So that's one thing that I am grateful for. There's time and seasons for everything. And right now it's my season. And he understands that. And he understands that. He's like, go do what you need to do. You're going to be up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Go ahead. I'm going to bed. Like, he understands that. And that's one of the things that I'm grateful for, that I do have somebody who lets me be me. Who's not like down behind me, what you doing, where you at? You know what I mean? So he does know that I have all of these gifts and talents, and like I'm a people's person sometimes. So I need people. Like I need to be around people sometimes. And I also need to be alone to recharge. Yes. So being able to be around people, that's how I'm gonna build my business. That's how I'm gonna be able to help build a community. And he's okay with that. He understands it's God's gift. He understands that I'm God's gift to him, and he has to take care of it. So, as a man, good morning. He finds as a man finds a good thing. He finds a wife. He finds
the man finds a wife, finds a good thing.
And favor in the Lord. Yes. Like it's just easy. It's very refreshing. We have our trips that we go on throughout the year. We have our small little dates and stuff like that. But when I need to work, I need to work. And that's just, he understands that.
That's awesome.
Wow. So I know you just talked about the Vision Hour as one of your upcoming projects. Any other things in the work you care to share, or is it a secret for now?
Well, I will be doing events every month. Like I will have a small event once a month. It's something that I started doing before COVID hit us. I had a small group of women, and we were going to like brunch every, once a month or whatever. And we were pouring into each other, sharing what we knew, we had this segment called What You Know Good. So like something that I knew I would share, something like if I had someone who was in accounting that showed up to the brunch, she would share something about, finances or best ways to save money, or, we will all get together and just share with each other. It's something that I'm working to build back up now. But so the Vision Hour is the first event, but I will be having events, at least one event a month to be able to gain momentum, get it started. Because this is something that's going to be major for me in the near future. I don't want to really say what it all is, but just know that I will be having at least one event a month. It's something that I need, and if I need it, I'm sure there's at least 10 other women that need it too. So
that's right.
Excuse me, got this little dry cough and it's trying to come up while I'm going live with the US of A.
Yeah.
Well, listen. But what you were, I know, right? But what you were saying is so needed, because women, listen, no matter what the age group is, I mean, from teenager to death, do all of us part. We can be some catty people, and we can be against each other. And the thing is, if we all realize we have our own gifts, it's something out there for Jay, something out there for me, it's something out there for you. And even though we may be in the same, y'all, I'm about to use a big word. Y'all ready? Genre. It doesn't mean that we're doing the same thing per se, because we have different styles in that genre. I like that word. I'm gonna use it more often. So I really like these events and coming together, especially in a small group, because sometimes when things get too big, and I'm not saying big is wrong, because, people have conventions and all that stuff, and that's fine. But you get more out of an intimate setting, because you could talk to someone one-on-one. You're not yelling, because you competing with 5,000 other voices, and you can really get something out of it. So I commend you for following that vision, and just staying the course. And get some of this cattiness out of us. Let's stop competing with each other. Let's kind of build each other up and share ideas. And what I found on my entrepreneurship journey, people don't want to share, or you have to always pay. And I get it. You're running your business. You do have to charge for whatever. But as far as knowledge is concerned, and that you're interacting with a person that's hungry and that's serious and that's not trying to really backstab you or take your ideas or whatever, I don't understand why there's a problem with people just sharing a bit of your knowledge. I mean, you ain't got to get a whole formula because, God gave you a formula for you, but, just some of your experiences, if you know a person that could probably help them, like, why not connect them? So, I know I could be on this all day, but again, I said all that to say is I'm glad that you're having these small group settings, because I think it would be really beneficial for, like you said, the community.
Mm-hmm. And then you never know, you may meet a friend,
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest thing for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I have any new friends, they need to know that I don't really like going outside, but I'm working on that. So
why don't you like going outside?
Now, when I say outside, because I actually have somebody, and it was a college friend, and she was so concerned from what I read. And so when I say going outside, I don't necessarily mean the actual outside. I mean, like going to different things that I don't necessarily have to be to. So like, I have to get up and take Aiden to school. Like I have to get up and work, but I don't have to go to your birthday party. Like I don't have to, go to your, commitment ceremony. Like, even though it would be good for me to go to show my support or whatever, in my mind, it's something that I don't have to go to unless, and the people who know me, if they say you need, like Jay, if she say you need to be here or else, then my mind starts to set and say, okay, I have to be there. But if you leave it up to me to say yes or no,
she ain't coming.
I'm gonna say no, because I like the confines of my home. So that's what I mean when I say outside. But I am so proud of myself because our church sister friend daughter graduated high school, and I posted about it. And girl, I had come up with so many reasons not to go, but I knew it was a special moment. I knew that Chelsea wanted me to be there. She's graduated high school, and I call her my best friend, and we, have a bond. So I was like, okay, I gotta go. And you know what? When I got there, she gave me the biggest hug. And she was like, I'm so glad you were here. And I about melted her arms. And she probably didn't even know that, she may have been disappointed had I not shown up. Like, she was really excited about me being there. And then something clicked, right? I was, what clicked was, I really need to start showing up. And girl, I immediately thought about that live that you posted where you was like, you just need to show up for yourself. You need to show up for people. You need to be anywhere and everywhere that you need to be, because you just never know what can come out of it. And so what came out of that was she gave me this hug. I mean, she always hugs. She's a hugger. Yeah. But it was just like this hug, like, oh my God, you're here. And I was like, oh my God, I'm here.
And the thing is, she looked really nice. Like the shirt that she had on was very bright and festive. And she cut up at the dinner table. She was dancing at the table and in the corner. She didn't get out on the dance floor. But to me, she just looked like she was really enjoying herself. Yeah. So I felt good that she was there, because I didn't even contact her to ask her if she was coming. I left it alone, because I didn't want to pressure her. And she got there before I did.
I did. I was on time. She beat me. I am almost never. Actually, I'm never on time. Let's just say that.
Okay.
And so when I got there, because the event started at 3, I got there at 2:52 Mil. I said, Lord, what are you doing?
An hour and 30-minute drive. Well, it could have been longer for you.
It was like an hour, 45 minutes for
me. Yeah.
I said, Lord, what are you doing in this season?
I thank him.
And girl, and so that had awakened something in me. And I don't want to, get away from this interview, because it's all about you, Mil. But actually, you have inspired me to get outside. And then that particular event had me outside. So when I say outside, it's just really basically going to like events outside of stuff that's just not my norm. Like, I'm gonna go to Walmart. I'm gonna go to Walgreens right here because I got to get my medication to stay sane. I'm gonna go pick my child up from school. So those things I'm gonna do. But if I have the option to say no, like don't present it to me like I have an option. Like, you need to present it to me like, this is not an option. I need you to be like when you told me and when you DM me, you was like, you need to be here Saturday. I want you here Saturday. You didn't give me an option.
Okay.
Even though you didn't know that. I was like, dog, man.
Yeah.
It's like, dang, I gotta be outside. I was just outside this last weekend.
But you never know who needs you though. You never know who's looking for you. I mean, you just never know.
And she has a gift. Like she has a lot to offer. So I just don't.
She does.
But
so anyway.
Yeah.
So Mel, listen, how can we, the audience, get in touch with you for our jewelry needs, our branding needs, for you to just come up and show us your lovely face and smile and give us words of wisdom like you do? How can we reach out to you for all of that?
Well, social media, I'm gonna just give you my business social media.
Yeah.
On Facebook, it's Create More Life. On Instagram, it's Create More.life.
So is that more with an E? Spell the more part.
Moore. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just like my last name. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, you can find me Camilla Moore. But yeah, that's how you can get in touch with me. I'm trying to create a balance for myself. I'm being very disciplined in like certain things that I do. So the fastest way that you may be able to reach me is through Messenger.
Okay.
That's like one of the notifications that I do have on. I like to check my emails at a certain time, so Messenger is probably like the fastest way because it's the loudest notification.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've noticed that people are actually, because I have your number, and even like family members, like I have their personal numbers, but they'll reach me through Messenger. I'm like, is this the new thing? Like, why don't you just text my actual number? But I just flow with it.
Down in the DM.
It's that ding noise. I don't know. It's like, what's that?
It is something I know. She'd be like, who's contacting me? Is that my boo?
Right.
Because I have so many people who don't know me reach out to me through Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this is probably sad to say. I know the people that text me, what y'all want? Like, what y'all want? But the people who I never know, like through Messenger, if it's somebody who like you said, saw my live, or somebody who's looking for services. I just never know. But if they have my phone number, if it's a text message,
So Jay, any final thoughts?
Do I have a damn sweat? Make sure you pray about what we talked about earlier.
I will.
About sending that jewelry to that person. And don't just send them one piece, send them 3 pieces.
3 pieces? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Yep, send them 3. Yep, 3 pieces.
I really like these too.
Those are nice.
Uh-huh. Those are nice. Mm-hmm.
Look at her selling her earrings. Do it, boo.
Yes, auntie.
And that sounds like it's along the lines of what she said she will wear.
Mm-hmm.
Or looks like, rather, not sounds like, it looks
Mm-hmm.
like. Yeah. So Camilla, listen, we won't hold you because, girl, you know I can talk. Listen, I'll talk to you deaf in a virtual space. Now, you're trying to get me out in a physical space. Now, I'll be ready to leave.
No,
She's working on it. She's working on it.
But listen, I am so glad you accepted the invite. This
Thank
was
you.
really good. You have really given us some things to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Even for folks that's not even thinking about being an entrepreneur, but just life, period, life decisions. You have definitely given us some words of wisdom. Yes. Because you are a virtuous woman. Yes. So we thank you.
Thank you.
And so listen, audience, we are glad that you joined us this week. Please stick and stay with us. This season is bananas. So you definitely want to continue to tune in and listen to great stories like that was shared today.
Yes.
So guys, listen, we thank you. We love you. And we'll see you next week. Bye.